Hi there. Thanks for joining me for today's reflections. These are Dave Levine's reflections of a people developer and a podcast host. It's quite an interesting day today because it's the National Day of Reflection for the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. It's been a year since we first went into lockdown, so being quite reflective is in the back of my mind, given that we are still in lockdown, albeit things are changing a little bit with people going back to school and so on. But broadly speaking, this has been quite some year really in terms of what's gone on and how I've managed myself, but also how others have, had to deal with the highs and lows of what's been dealt to us really. So it's been an interesting day and left me quite reflective. So this is really timely. It's the end of the day. I've waited till quite late. Everyone's about gone to bed before I've gathered my thoughts because it's been a hectic day. I've been full on with meetings right into the evening in terms of the work that I do for my local sports club, how I support the development of their coaches. So it's been a pretty hectic day. The three key points, though, that I wanted to reflect on and share with you today based on my experiences have been are around these 3 points. One of them is about purpose, the other one's about perfection, and the other one is about what would I label it? So purpose, perfection, and I think it's more about I'm not quite sure what to label, but I'll come to it anyway in a second or so. Let me go with purpose to start with. Why purpose is really in the back of my mind today is I think because it's been a year of being in lockdown, and I've really thought quite hard about how I've engaged in what I do, how I've kept myself sane, how I've kept myself motivated, and I've been quite purposeful in making sure that the work I do has been developmental, it's been stimulating, and it's kept me going. And today I've been recording some video footage on who I am, what I'm about, and a new program that I'm developing. And a lot of my work over the last year has been unpaid and it's been put towards a project. And it's really been a purposeful project, one that I'm really keen to develop and move forward. So it's been a day of doing things for the future. It's doing things to both develop my sense of worth, my sense of value, maybe some products and programs that I could actually kind of generate some income with, but also hopefully make a difference to those around me and also those in the wider world. So my purpose is still at the forefront of driving me, because when things are getting tough and things are not dropping into place, I keep calling back onto, what is it that I'm doing and why am I really doing it? Why is the thing that's driving me, and the footprint and the trace that I would like to leave as I move through towards the back end of my career. So purpose is the first one. Perfection came up though very strongly in terms of when I'm doing the work that I have been doing. I'm a stickler for wanting to try and get it right and really make it the best I can. And it's so hard, given that I'm not a natural presenter. I don't speak to camera regularly, and I always want to try and provide value. But there's something also about just being me, and actually whatever comes out and how it comes across is truly me. So there's a real dilemma or a tension between perfection and the perfection streak within me, and also sort of it being good enough, do I dare say. And the last point from my day has been about sort of managing my energy actually in and around the house. It's been a tough, long day. I'm moving forward on some projects, and the last part of the day, as I said, I did some sort of my voluntary work, and I'm really adding further energy into some projects, and I'm trying to pull together a community of coaches. And I've really watched myself again. It's probably linking a little bit towards the purpose and the perfection, but this one is more about my self-worth and my value, and I'm putting things forward. And if people don't take them up, where do I go with this? Because I do want to stick with things for the long term, and I do want them to come to fruition. But I've also got to know that actually they might not be right. There might be my vision of what needs to be done, and so on. So that's what's also in the back of my mind about my self-worth and my value. Um, and I do make, just to finish off, I do want to pay reference to the fact that yesterday I found a very quiet minute to try and sort of squeeze in my reflections, and I felt that they came across a little bit rushed. And again, this is probably touching on my idea of doing a good job. It felt a little bit rushed, a little bit hurried, maybe not exactly thought through. And it stuck with me. And I just want to share today that it was important for me to share that stuck with me, because it's a way of kind of letting it go. And actually, it doesn't really matter too much. This is a cathartic exercise, and also hopefully gives you a sense of how I might reflect. So, enough from me for today, and I look forward to having you again with me for my reflections tomorrow. All right, take care.